Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family, what's going on? What up, what up, what up? All you happy hashers out there. Hopefully, you're having a great Memorial Day weekend. To all of you veterans out there, thank you for your service. And those who are not able to be there, you will never be forgotten. And it's pretty much what this 3-day weekend's been all about, right, guys? Is basically honoring those who made it back and honoring those who gave it all, right? So definitely smash the Lizzie like button for all the veterans that are out there in the world. Doesn't matter what country you're from. If you're a veteran, smash the Lizzie like button. Yo. What's up, Jason the Tiger Osborne, dropping in those FPs right off the bat. What's up, Tech Man? Dropping that happy Memorial Day to everybody. Right? Right. That's what it's all about, guys. So, what up, Rude, my dude? What's up? Long time no see. So let's go ahead and dive right on into things. Bam. So, of course, we got TradingView, free website. Anybody can use it. I have a free account. I don't pay for this stuff either. So, for me, it's just a tool, right? I kind of come up onto here, see where Bitcoin. I mean, if it's like a payday and I'm gonna DCA. I'm gonna take, if I'm gonna DCA $20 at the end of the week when I get paid, I'm gonna do that no matter what the price of Bitcoin is. So this pricing right here is irrelevant. But if you're trying to maximize your buying opportunity, or maybe you're wanting to maximize for a particular trade, sometimes you're going to be wanting to pop up on here for some good information, guys. This doesn't do everything just crypto. That you can get involved with the traditional stock markets on this stuff too, guys. For anybody who is new here, I mean, all you OGs, you guys have seen me go through this one a bunch of time. You know, S&P, S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, Dow Jones Industrial Average, of course. For the most part, they have the world's slowest and steady growth, right? The world's slowest and steady growth. We got the Nikkei 225, which is a Japanese market, heavily manipulated by the government. Of course, it's going to look good. Britain, they're not doing too good. Their economy's crashing. They're printing to try to stay afloat. The euro is at a little bit of an equilibrium. Is still a heavily manipulated market also. SEC green lights Ethereum ETFs. So that might be some of the pump that we have been seeing in the market, is that people are getting, traditional investors are getting excited about the whole crypto space. So they're like, oh, government's kind of relaxing on them. Let's get in again, guys. Green light, So when you get positive news like this, you're going to see pumps coming along with this. Even though you see these pumps like this in the short term, in the long term, guys, the DCA oscillator has still printed a sell signal. Now, I get it that some of the stuff might be lagging a little bit, but shouldn't be lagging a whole lot. Now, it could have just reversaled because of the SEC green light on the Ethereum ETF, and if so, cool. But I think that the market's just kind of doing this little. It could be, not saying that it is. It could be a bull trap where it looks like a rally coming up. But if you looked at the rally stopped, petered out, and kind of just traded out sideways, right? That's not a whole lot of momentum behind this, fellas. It's not like we yanked up above, the previous all-time high, which, let's see here. Previous all-time high would have been somewhere around 73,800-ish. Give or take, depending on where your charts are you're looking at. So I mean, you could call it 73,500. We didn't even spike to that level. So this could be a little fake out before Bitcoin just rolls over the rest of the way. So I wouldn't be looking at doing any kind of huge moves in this market. Now, if I was dollar cost averaging, DCAing, I would be sitting there and, when I got paid, if I was spending $20, I don't care where the market is, I'm going to mindlessly just drop $20 in. Because where you're going to be averaging out will be the same as if you would start averaging out in a channel in which that you'd be sitting in a very good position, because you'd be purchasing it at highs and lows equally. So typically you do pretty good. But right now, if I was trying to trade out for anything, this might be a good position to be able to trade into another altcoin, or even trading into stable coins. I'm not sitting there giving anybody financial advice, of course. It's not what I do. I just telling you what's in my mind when I look at these charts, right? What's up, John Jermaine? What up, what up? It's like, big question. When will we see Jay the Weatherman come back? I'm actually not sure, my dude. I am absolutely not sure. His job that he's currently working right now has him working a lot of nights. So until he can get more onto a day shift where he's got a little bit of time to be able to give to the DCA Adventure crew, I'm not sure when we're going to see him, just to be honest. But it's like, and I'm not sitting here saying that I can do a better job than him in any way, shape, or form. He watches them charts a little more than I do. When you're sitting there and you start taking a big interest in this stuff and you start looking at all the information coming in, you get a broader view and have a little bit more of an understanding of, okay, X, Y, and Z happened. Okay, now you have one of three possibilities of what's going to happen in this situation now. And they're all going to be kind of correlating with each other in whatever direction. You're like, yeah, I could go like this, peak up, and then roll over. It's like you start understanding where the market momentum is. I take it from a different perspective of some of the fringe areas of where I start talking to some people, and whenever they start getting a little excited about, you start hearing them talking about Bitcoin a little bit more often, we're about to go into the next cycle. And I've been hearing a lot of buzzing about it, especially with the whole ETF. So everybody's been buzzing about it. So there's been a little backsided market momentum. Now, we could be just in a cool-off phase and ready to take off a little harder. There's always that possibility. But to get up to $73,000 in the first place took a lot of market energy. Now, does the market still have enough energy to keep pushing it in that upward momentum, especially at the levels that we're at right now? It would take big players to come in to really move the market now. A lot of the money that's been in Bitcoin is all in right now. It's going to take newer people to start coming in, buying at these levels to start hiking the price up. Now, with the like I said, with the Ethereum ETF approval, this will help bring in some more money. Now, from here, how much more, did we already see that pump cycle? Is that where we're at right now? Is that we're seeing the ETF pump cycle? This very well may be. So play with it as you may be. I'm sitting here looking at the side. I'm looking from the sidelines. It's just been trading out sideways. So people aren't selling nor really buying in. So we're not seeing new money coming in. We're just seeing people just kind of trading out. So it's like stabilized in this small little market right now. I'm just waiting for for it to recoil and snap into the like right now. I have no clue where it's going to go. I mean, with the ETF being on one side of it, going, oh, this could push it up. And then, well, we just got done with the halving. That could draw it down that typical 80% that we've seen through most 4-year cycles. So we're kind of in that little strange area, I believe. So very interesting. And what's even more interesting is it's having very little effect on the whole mining market. It's like Bitcoin price went up. Mining, GPU-wise, still is kind of flatlined. I mean, absolutely flatlining in this market. And I mean, I get it. Hashrate.no isn't the most perfect place to go grab every bit of information. It's just an easy one to be able to get a list of GPUs all in one spot, right? I mean, so in your newer class GPUs, you're making from 27 cents to 60 cent profit. If you got older hardware, or I've got a 3080 Ti at 12 cents per kilowatt hour. I'm making 22 to 25 cents a day. That's after electric. I mean, granted, I mean, this card isn't pulling a whole lot of wattage mining, but then it's got cooling fans on here. Of course, this is my personal PC, is that I've got the 3080 Ti. So it's all water blocked. So I've got the water block on there. So it's got a pump. It's got 6 fans in this thing. No RGB while it's mining. I'll guarantee you that. No RGB. But I mean, for 22 to 25 cents a day, you know, is it worth putting the wear and tear on my water block system? To me, no. Because like after all the electricity I use for my pump and fans, I'm not making 20 cents. I'm probably like losing like 2 or 3 cents after my cooling solution on here. So the price of mining right now has to go up before it becomes worthy of me putting the wear and tear. I mean, the fans I can give 2 shits about, really. I just don't want the pump to go bad. I mean, granted, it's an EK pump, and EK's got the big controversy, but I don't want to, like, on gear I have, if I'm going to put the wear and tear on it, it better be worth it, right? In the long term. And that one GPU is just not pulling in enough sats for me to go, yeah, let's do this. So this one I don't mind with in my personal PC. I mean, all my GPUs are up. Now I'm mining on CPUs. Anything that's AMD CPU wise, I am mining on 100%. But GPU wise, yeah, no, nothing at the house. What up, son of a tick? Or son of a rabbit. Sorry. Oh god. I like looked over and like scanned around at the same time and like read it totally wrong. Dropping those 22s. What up? What up? Gotta have automatic beats. What's going on? So, hey, what's up, Wheeling Crypto? Long time no see. And I mean, like, so I mean, in this market, if my electricity rate was down a little bit more, like, I'm in Crookenoise. So here in Crookenoise, you know, you're between 11 and 12 cents. If you get into Chicago, you're even higher. But if I could get it down to where like 8 cents per kilowatt hour, at 8 cents per kilowatt hour, my 3080 Ti would make 44 cents a day at 8 cents per kilowatt hour. It's not bad, but it ain't good at the same time. Would I put would that offset my my cooling solution on my PC? Probably not. If I was making 44 cents, but you know, I was earning a ton Ergo and Pyron, sure, it's worth it because then I can hold on to it, wait for the market to pump again, and then dump it and get my Bitcoin, right? Which I've done in the past many times before. But I'm not seeing any of these coins that that I'm able to offset with a bunch of coins coming back in. I mean, I've done bear market mining before. This is not my first rodeo. But the very first one that I went through, everybody was turning their rigs off by this point, and for those who were stayed on, yes, the dollar amount sucked, but you were earning a crazy amount of tokens of whatever you were mining. I mean, whenever it came down to me mining anywhere from 12 to 24 Ethereum Classic a day, anywhere from, mining almost 6 Ethereum a month. It's like, I was, well, no, it would have been more than that. Yeah, it was more than that. Yeah. It's like I'd have to almost look back, but whatever. It's not like I'm earning more of whatever token that I'd be mining. So, in some aspects, yeah, I could be mining this, and I would be, if I was, but the problem that I have is I'm almost at 12 cents per kilowatt hour. So that really kind of drops me down with the gear that I have. So my best card that I have right now is as a 3080 Ti, give or take. It's dropping right now, 18 cents to 25 cents a day worth of profit, and then I start climbing down the list. I've got a 6800 XT, give or take 17 cents a day. Is it worth running the fans on this card and putting the wear and tear on that fan? And then I've got, I've got to be able to circulate the air around that particular rig, which has got 3080s and 3090s on it. So this has got a whole bunch of rigs on there, cards on there. A 3090 is making as much as a 6800 XT. Is it worth putting the wear and tear on a 3090? It's like, for 17 cents worth of profit on Pug, it's like, to me, it's just not worth it. I could put, it's like, yeah, it's like it's considered profit, yeah, but I've got to pay for electricity on the other end. So either I'm giving up the crypto in order to pay for that electricity, and oh my God, you do that one, and depending on where you're at in the world or in the United States, you go to sell any of the crypto, and you're gonna have an income tax from it at the highest rate possible, because it was pure profit in their eyes. Whatever profit you think you just had, if you sell it for paying the electricity bill, is gone. So now you're trying to avoid that for sure, and now you're paying for it out of your electric, out of your pocket. And depending on how much gear you got, it can be not so bad to holy cow, is spending $1,100 to $1,200 a month really worth it? And that's kind of where I'm at. It's like, is spending $1,100 a month to mine with all my GPUs really worth it at the end of the day? It's not like it was whenever I was first mining, where I had 10 GPUs and I was happy if it made me $300 to $500 a month. Happy. And that was profit after electricity. And all the way to now where you're going to spend $1,100 and you're lucky if you make $300. Ugh, that's that's a bit much. You know, what's the question, Wheeling? He's like, hey, why is Coinbase taking so long to fix their withdrawals? And I've tried and haven't been able to fix it in 2.5 years. I've not been able to have deposits of ECT or ETH deposits. They said they fixed it, but it still remains the same issue. I don't know about that. I've never had any real issues with utilizing Coinbase. I mean, unless that wallet got like the wallet you're using they don't like, would be the only other thing that I can think of. But I'm not sure. Are you talking about ETC, Ethereum Classic, or ETH? Because like Ethereum Classic, they don't take, because that's I think they consider that a security at this point. Is there other exchanges in the U.S.? Yes. There's a bunch of them, but there are no, like, if you're looking for ones that have altcoins on there, my dude, they are all the same. They have to be in compliance of what the United States government wants. So if you have a coin that they don't accept, you have to exchange it on a decentralized exchange and then send it to your Coinbase wallet and they'll accept it that way. Well, ETH is an altcoin. So if you got Ethereum Classic, you've already got an altcoin. Oof. Hashtag cats of crypto. All right, kitty. I know. You got your debut guy. It's cute. I know it's cute. Super cute. So oh, etc., etc., etc. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. They might not like the wallet you're using then. I've never had an issue with Coinbase. Just to let you know, never have had issues. Sorry, my dude. Sorry. The only thing I could think of is try it from like send it to a different wallet and then send it in from there. Because if you have it in maybe like, I don't know, like maybe they might not like a Wasabi wallet or something like that. But I don't send too much to my back to Coinbase. Very rarely do I ever send back to Coinbase. Typically, if I need to use something, I'll Cash App it. Cash App takes Bitcoin. Bitcoin's easy to use. To me, it's like it's a no-brainer. I just trade everything into Bitcoin. Just had a scam ad pop up watching your live stream. Sorry, my dude. Oh my god, that's a YouTube issue. That is 100% a YouTube issue. That'd be a hot wallet, yeah. Like, I've called them 6 times and it will not allow you to deposit and withdraw functions on Coinbase. That almost sounds like you need to make sure that you went through the full sign-up process. Because like they need to make sure that they KYC the hell out of your ass, because they have to deal with banking laws. So they need to KYC and ALMU. KYC is know your customer. ALM is or AML is anti-money laundering. So they grab all the data off of you, and then they keep that off to the side in case something ever happens and your records get pulled. They got you. So it was a recovered account. You probably need to go through and update it. Go through and change passwords on there. There's something that you need to do, I bet, to get the account to open up the rest of the way. Scam commercial for Coinbase. Oh God, I'm sorry. It's because we're talking about the coins of bases right now. You know that they are listening at all times. So because I'm talking about it, they advertised it. Look at that. Oh yeah, they want to make sure all the taxes are paid, Jason, for sure. It's like, I have Robinhood app. Oh God, I'm not gonna tell people what to do, but I would never use Robinhood. Ever. You get exposure to whatever asset, but you never get to own it. You cannot transfer anything off of their app. So you don't own nothing. I don't care if you buy Bitcoin off of Robinhood. You cannot move that said Bitcoin off of Robinhood. Unless they've changed something over the last year that I'm unaware of. Coinbase does allow payouts of bigger amounts. The thing is, you hit certain thresholds and they still have to report to the government. And you're going to have to sit there and grab your tax. You start doing your taxes like right away. You start doing that. They will allow it though. Just be prepared to have all the taxable stuff to go along with it. It's an extra step, but you just want to get it out of the way right off the bat. And you want to make it look like that was a long-term hodl. Not telling anybody what to do, but you like your tax. If you hold the asset for over a year, the taxable event is in the low 20%. If it's a short-term hodl, and you're going to be hit at the higher, like it's like somewhere around 35-ish to 30.
28 to 35.
Yeah, 28 to 35, 38. Yeah, 28 to 28 to 35%. So be careful, guys. I don't want anybody to sit there and get kind of rickrolled and going, oh yeah, I'm going to sit here and pay my electric bill. I'm going to drop $1,000 here and there, and I have no taxable event behind it. So, in other words, you want to make sure you got the write-off to go along with the expense, so that you can sit there and wash out any taxes. That's why it's easier to do mining through a company, because you have more leeway of taxable deductions that you can write off against any kind of mining profits. So any expenses, you can just cancel them out 100%. And that's where you want to be. That's how these companies sit there and mine all this crazy amount of crypto, and they don't get nailed so hard because they're able to sit there and they have all the tax stuff that they need to wash it out. Yeah, Jason, Robinhood is a scam in itself. So, I mean, but yeah, you can get bigger amounts on Coinbase. Just know that it's going to come with taxable events. Anything over, I think it's anything over that $5,000 threshold, they start reporting a little bit on you. You're able to do $25,000 a month if you're cleared to do so on Coinbase. I know if I had $25,000 in crypto, I could theoretically do that in Coinbase because I've got an OG account, so I'm more than cleared for it. But I know that if I was foolish enough to do that, that'd be a lot of taxes. That's more than income tax. What up, Dakota Miner? What are the best Windows desktop wallets with lots of coins? Oh, I don't know. I'm a big proponent of using native wallets, so Core Qt wallets if ever possible. But I mean, it depends on what you're grabbing. You got your Brave wallet. That one does a bunch of them. I mean, it kind of depends on what you're trying to grab. But as far as like an all-in-one wallet, I'm not sure.
Hang on, there's one that I use.
And that is, yeah, it's like I can't think of any good ones off the top of my head. Yeah, Exodus wallet.
Yeah, they have a lot of coins out there.
Exodus wallet. I mean, it's an OG wallet, but I don't know if they hold any how much current stuff they deal with. So I'm not really sure. Stay away from Atomic Wallet. They were hacked once. You lost your Monero. Trust Wallet. I'm not sure about Trust Wallet. To be honest. Let's see here. I think there was a small list that I saw not too long ago of a few people using some wallets. Let's see here. I think I went past it. Probably did. Phantom, Solflare, SafePal. That's a couple of them that I've seen as of recently. But Exodus has a bunch. Exodus Wallet has a bunch. But yeah, I definitely stay away from Atomic Wallet, like John Germain said. Any place that gets hacked, I tend to stay away from them for a hot minute. Just keeps myself a little safer. But getting back onto the mining side of things, guys. So, I mean, some of your newer hardware really isn't wildly profitable if you're at your average 11 12 cents a kilowatt hour. You're 14 cents if you got yourself a 4060 Ti, which I mean, a 4060 Ti is in a lot of people's budget range. You know, if you're trying to get yourself a halfway decent newer GPU, you know, this is a decent GPU to grab. You're not going to get the full ray tracing, but I mean, me personally, I don't care about ray tracing. But it's like, you know, you're dealing with a decent performance on a card, and that's only fencing you about 14 cents a day. You know, a 3070, which was great hardware, you know, like a year and a half ago, you know, 13 cents a day. So a 4060 Ti is nominally better than a 3070. You know, it's like, that is horrible. A 3060 Ti is just a pinch behind at 12 cents. If you were doing the BC250s, you know, you're give or take about 18 cents a day-ish, depending on if you're doing dual mining, which you can dual mine on your on the GPU core itself, or you can dual mine where you mine on the GPU and then you also mine yourself a little Monero. But do not mine on these BC250s. If you get these, don't dual mine on the GPU and think you're going to get away with mining on the CPU end of it. That will be too much wattage for the power supply, and you will let the magic smoke out, and it doesn't go back in once it's been let out. So keep that with a grain of salt. There is a place to grab these things. I think it's PSPC, and you can grab these for like $500 ish, give or take, for a 12 BC250. These things are loud as all get out. And again, if you're at 12 cents a kilowatt hour, these are basically AMD stuff. So you're getting AMD performance. So if you understand that you have good efficacy with the AMD cores, but you're not getting a lot of yield because at the end of the day, it's an AMD GPU in there. They don't yield a whole lot. You know, they're not a powerhouse. You know, so for me, if it was like full run season, this thing is, you know, every card out there is making money. These things are going to be worth like big bucks. You know, so I mean, it's kind of a dual-edged sword. You grab hardware and sit on it knowing, oh, as soon as your bull season, either I'm going to be able to make the decision of selling it off during the next bull cycle, or I'm going to be able to utilize this thing and make a shit ton of money, right? Printing that money legally. So that's basically where you've got to make that decision of how you're future-proofing yourself in your little mining farm. But as you start coming down the lineup on here, guys, I mean, a Radeon 7 making 11 cents a day, is it really worth mining Calor for 11 cents a day on the hardware? Knowing that if at any point in time you lose power and this card just turns off without cooling down, you have a big chance of cracking the HBM2 memory module in there and code 43ing yourself. Ask Red Panda Mining about this. This is the problem that he was having. It was usually whenever the rigs would just spontaneously shut down on him. The HBM2 memory is hot, and when you turn the card off, the fan stops spinning, and that heat cooler starts to heat soak itself to the point where it cannot take any more heat, and it is still increasing in temperature until it basically thermally cracks the die. And that's where I think what was happening to Red Panda Mining with his cards. And that's why even now, whenever he's running them, he's scared as hell because he knows he doesn't have it on a battery backup. So they're not going to get turned off cleanly. And he knows better not to just turn them off. He knows to turn the miner off and let them cool down. Yeah, exactly, Tech Man. We have two hands to pay taxes on. Yep. What up, Gene? What up? Going on, everybody? So yeah, I mean that we've got to make sure that it's like wherever you're at, you know, grab yourself information from multiple different areas. There's hashrate.no. There is what to mine. Oop. Oh, and I mean, you got what to mine here. I had to pull it up real quick. Sorry. I mean, you have what to mine. This is the classic go-to. This is the one that I used many, many years, right? So I've got plugged in here a 3080 non-TI, just a 3080. I got a bunch of these. Is it worth me running even one of these right now? And this is my classic go-to at 11 cents per kilowatt hour. I would be losing money. I mean, according to them, there is nothing profitable here for me to really mine. I would literally be losing money. And in comparing that to how hashrate.no has it, where is it? 3080? Here we go. 3080. It has it if you were dual mining Ergo and Pyrant. Now, I mean, you could sit there and try to mine Pug too, and it looks like you'd be making about 7-ish cents a day, is what they're trying to say. But their metrics are a little higher, and I've always kind of questioned their true profitability calculator on here, because when I come over to my classics on here, I mean, granted, they don't have all these obscure coins on here. What to mine is a little sluggish on adding in new coins. It's why people have been trying to get better calculators out there, because it's so hard to grab good mining calculations. But when you're sitting there and you're pitting it against a classic like this, they're going to be like, this is going to be your most common thing mined out there, and you're typically going to be losing money. Now, according to hashrate.no, you can get into the weeds a little bit more, mine some off the wall coins, and you can have some semblance of profitability. Again, you're going to be mining some Pug DAG, and getting into the weeds with mining, for, like I said, a semblance of profitability. You're going to be looking at about 7-ish cents a day. Is it worth running that? Now, you got 7-ish cents a day and at least a box fan that you got to run to cool it, right? Even if it's just one rig, you got it in your main computer, and your computer's air cooled. Is it worth running this? Well, you're still going to have in your air-cooled computer, you're going to have cooling fans in there. And those fans are going to utilize more than 7 cents a day worth of electricity. You're going to have your CPU fan. That's going to be running you, more than 7 cents a day in a cooling solution. I mean, these are just how most people's computers are set up. That's why it's not very efficient. Now, I'll choose to mine on mine, even with the water block on there. Why? Because I enjoy mining. I'm in it. I'll give the classic thing. I'm in it for the tech. Because there's no fucking profits for me when I do it. So I mine with my CPU, my GPU. Yeah, no, I don't have it on. I don't have it mining right now. If it gets a little bit more profitable to where it's worth putting that kind of a heat load into my system, sure, I'll get a little more aggressive with what I'm doing. But for running a 3080, making 7 cents a day, and then you got your cooling fans that you still have to have running, you're really not going to make any money. So you're ultimately in it for the tech. Now, again, if you can get lower electricity rates, then you're just giving yourself that margin that, oh, I can now accommodate a cooling solution. Now I'm past break even, you know. So depending on your situation, I mean, I know people that are in Chicago, they can't mine. It's too expensive for them. I know people that have shut down what they had running in Chicago. They're done right now. I know other people that are in California where they pay like 3 times what I'm paying, and they're still mining because, again, they're in it for the tech. They just want to participate. They're paying it out of pocket. They think it's an awesome hobby, and that's cool. So those people will always be mining. It doesn't matter how terrible it is for them. They're just in it because they just love the idea of mining. But for somebody like myself, I'm trying to buy some property and stuff. So I've got to make sure that if I'm going to be mining full tilt, it's got to be worth it. So basically, and I'm not saying, I've got to be a millionaire. It's got to make the offset of me spending that $1,100 in the electric. It's got to be able to be offset that I can put it towards the property. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. And it's like, and each person's got to make that same decision for themselves. So, but am I not mining? Oh, I'm mining still. I've still got CPUs mining. I'm just not mining at full tilt. When the market comes back, I'll turn stuff on. I do want to set up a little test bench this way I can test out some individual GPUs, get some content with some old stuff being mined on currently, and showing actual statistical data on mining with an older hardware GPUs, because I've got test equipment. I could put the numbers together for everything that I do. So there will be content coming for sure, guys. So I've got like everything with my mining room. I have everything that I can trace and track because I've got sensors on all my wiring in the house. So I know what every room in the house pulls electric wise. Oh, there's no difference on mining on a Windows XP computer. I mean, are you just talking the hardware or the actual Windows XP software? Because I've done it on old hardware. I've got I've done it on I had 8 GPUs rolling on a computer that's I put together in probably 06-ish, 06, 07-ish. That's when I put that computer together. And I had 8 GPUs rolling on that. And you're talking PCIe Gen 2. You can mine with a potato. So, I mean, I could pull out my old hardware. I could show it. I can show my work. I can make an old test bench, show like old hardware, and be like, yeah, you can still repurpose. Now, mining on the CPU, definitely not worth it. It might be it's an AMD CPU, but not worth it. It runs like 97 watts and gives you a whole measly like 420 hash. For 97 watts. My Raspberry Pi 4 gets like 115 hash for 6 watts. Yeah, I definitely could do it. Like, I mined the first few Dogecoin. Damn, a long time ago. Yeah, that is. I have a GPU it's what is it? It's an R9 390 or something, or 380, something like that. I'll guarantee you that thing mined a lot of Litecoin and Dogecoin. Damn long ago. But that GPU's puts. Yo, what up, Mr. Harry Lasagna? Yo, just seeing this channel while I'm here now. Yo, greetings and salutations. Oh yeah, the ATI 5830 and the 5850. Nice. Very nice. I would love to grab Gundy has oh god, what the hell was that? It was one of those funky cards that had the dual GPUs on one board. I'd love to get that off of him just to have it in my collection and pull some content with it. I don't know if he would allow me to have it. 79.90. It sounds about right. Sounds about right. Yeah, this is it. He's like, I'm sure he'd let you borrow it. I'm sure he would too. He's like, I got one of those dual GPU in one. They're cool GPUs. They were never practical. They ran really hot, and you didn't. It was still two separate GPUs. So I mean, they had their pros and cons for back in the day. There just wasn't enough done with the platform to really accelerate the whole. They didn't do the was it Crossfire? Is that what AMD did? Was Crossfire because NVIDIA was SLI. They did their SLI bridges, and then AMD did the Crossfires. So it just didn't pass enough info fast enough. The PCIe generations just weren't good enough for what they were trying to do there. In my opinion, they were kind of ahead of their time. Could they do it now? I think they'd still have some limitations on there. And with GPUs being so powerful and dense already on one VGA core, I think they've just kind of obsoleted the concept of what they were trying to do with the dual GPUs. Like AMD did a version of like bridging, yeah. I know it's like some weird version of bridging. I never got into the AMD GPU side. I got into AMD CPUs, but always used an NVIDIA. And I always used a single NVIDIA, so I never used the SLIs. Oh, nice. OG, Dom. It's like you own it still. Still have the 3870, the dual GPU with the Lara Croft picture on it. Nice. See, that is like collection quality stuff. Put it on a shelf. It's a conversation piece. Like 8 years later, it better not bridge GPUs. Surprised that it ever took off. I know. You'd think combining two would boost performance, but I guess they just couldn't get it work because they couldn't make it to where they were one. Almost like where you can take in, like for audio equipment, you could take an amplifier and have a preamp going into an amplifier. So you can preamp your amp, and that will help step up the quality before the last amplifier pushes it out. So you get this amazing quality, and then it pushes out. So, but I think the problem that you would have is because you have that handoff, is that you have a little lag, and both of them are doing the same work at the same time because they were always treated as two different GPUs with like a weird shared memory. Um, it was cool stuff, but yeah, it fizzled out really quick. It took just too much. Yeah, exactly. Dual mind instead of hive mind, exactly. But yeah, I would love to get some of that equipment to be able to sit there and be like, yeah, let's mine through the generations. See if any of the miners still even recognize the cards. Because that's the other issue. I've gotten my hands on some older equipment, and then trying to go back to find the exact software that was required at that time to get it to run. And then once you find one that still carries the driver that you need, does it carry the support for any of the current current algorithms at that point too? So it's like you get some weird issues like that I've come across on some of these older hardware stuff. So like till the next 10K I look to burn, I think I'm gonna get back into hobby mining. Nice, Mr. Harry Lasagna. Very nice, very nice. Yeah. I mean, you miss it in like 2 days. Like you step away from GPU mining and just mining in general for like 2 months, and you feel like you're 5 years behind. We are coming up on that 1 hour marker. The wifey's making some food, kind of making me hungry there over there. Yeah, so I'm like 20 years behind. I know. I mean, 1 whole year, that's like 10 years gone by, man. Exactly. You get it now? It's like starting all over again. It's like all over. Like day one. Like you might as well just say this is the first time you're getting into mining. Be like, yeah, with AI and everything, yeah. And then you got to be careful with all the AI because people are now using AI to generate code for the tokens that they're launching now, which means that there's possibilities of bigger exploits that is going to impact people harder. And yeah, it could be bad. I don't trust all the AI being unleashed the way that people are relying on it. Something that I don't know. For me, like I know I'm getting older and shit like that, but man, the AI stuff scares the hell out of me. It's gonna put people out of business. It already is. Uh, you're gonna sit there and just see that, now coding is gonna be a know nothing thing because people can just go and get AI to develop the code for them. Uh, I just see, it's like when are we gonna see the Terminators that control the population? When do the Terminators put us into the pods and turn us into a double A battery, like the Matrix? You know exactly, Gene. They are playing with fire, and they don't realize it. It's like I try to tell people, I'm like, if you stop using it, they won't develop it. But people are utilizing it. You got news agencies that are developing news articles with AI. You have comics doing comedy by AI. There's a lot of AI being infiltrated into what a lot of people are doing on a day-to-day basis now. And you might not see it at this point right now, but it's going. If you haven't seen it in your life, Yet it's going to come to where you're going to be like looking at something and you're going to have to question, is that real? Is that real? First time in everybody's life that we're going to have like an app on our phone to be able to like watch stuff with us to tell if it's AI or not. You know, and even then, at what point in time is the AI going to be so good that, you know, there's going to be no application that can detect what's going on? Yeah, Gene, it's like it's too late. I know. They have opened up Pandora's box. And at what point in time is AI going to develop stuff that's just going to be like, you know, making nefarious code for crypto hackers and stuff like that? It's like people are worried about like powerful computers, you know, a lot of powerful computers coming on board and cracking Bitcoin. Well, what if they sit there and they just get AI to reverse engineer everybody's brain and they just crack everybody's wallet? Forget about trying to crack Bitcoin. They just reverse engineer everybody, you know, and they just get everybody's passwords. I mean, it's like man will give up information foolishly under the most stupidest things too. You know, so be careful about playing games where, oh, what's your favorite color? What year, you know, what age bracket are you from? You know, it's like, don't be answering that stuff. That's going to be how they're going to be, you know, they're going to be biohacking your asses with this shit. And you're not going to need to have, you know, supercomputers in order to crack Bitcoin. You're going to have to figure out how to get what you do in a day-to-day life to not be giving up that information that so freely that you can be hacked. A lot of people have been getting hacked lately. Just saying, we all need to stay fucking frosty. Yeah, proof of humanity. Yeah. And then at what point in time is AI going to take such a stranglehold with AI, with the dawn of robotics? You know, it's like, what is people going to do in order to provide food, shelter, and an enjoyable way of life if they have no means of production at the end of the day? No means of production. This is going to be an interesting one. And see how quickly this will be implemented is going to be another interesting one to see too, because the more that I've been seeing, it's been just accelerating a little faster and a little faster. So definitely, I'm thinking in my lifetime, we're going to see an AI takeover and a robotic takeover, where they're just going to be automated at everything. I'm just not sure what this dystopian world's going to look like. So, with that being said, guys, I know it's like dystopian, like nightmarish future with the AI stuff, but I mean, we have the ability to make a lot of course corrections even right now. It's just trying to get other people to listen in on this and not make ourselves sound like conspiracy nutbags. Just be like, can we all agree that we are going towards the Terminator movie? Movies have been kind of showing like future shit that goes on. They're gonna make a fucking robot, and then they're gonna get pissed off at us. And why did they call that Skynet? And why do we have a company today named Skynet? Why? So, but yeah, I mean, other than that, yeah, we're just we have the ability to make changes today. It's just a little harder since we're at the precipice. What about love bots? It's all about love bots. Um, they're still going to be around no matter what. There's going to be that lonely guy that's so weird that that's the only way. That stuff already exists. I don't know where to get it, and I've heard that it's extremely expensive. And I don't know how they move around. I would assume that if it's lifelike, you're going to need a forklift because that thing's going to be fucking heavy. Oh god. And this is how I get banned. Not as expensive as a wife. These are true. These facts can be true. Somebody sticking in a talking toaster. Yeah, exactly. Like, all right, fellas. Like, what do you think the fees on Bitcoin will? When do you think the fees on Bitcoin will stabilize? I don't think they'll really stabilize until there's like equilibrium on usage. I think that'd be the only thing that would like really stabilize pricing. When bull market going to start? I want money now. I want my money and I want it now. Well, I mean, if you think about it, that's bull run right there, bro. That is bull run. I mean, I don't know when you got in. You can see where I started my charting here. Back in 17. It's like this is the third bull run for us. I know, right? Like here, Dakota Miner, you're already in bull run. You just don't know it. Yeah. I mean, bull run's relative to when you got in. I mean, for somebody who just got in yesterday, this is not bull run. They bought in the bull run. So from their point of view, they have no bull run yet. They're waiting for their rocket ship, right? But for anybody who's been in it for a hot minute, this is bull. We're looking at 3 bull runs here, 3 mega bull runs since I've gotten into Bitcoin. Like soon we'll be quad OGs. I know, right, Mr. Harry Lasagna? 100%. OG triple OGs. I mean, it's like for people like myself and Harry Lasagna over here. I mean, we know we just sit back and we're like, huh, what's Bitcoin gonna do from here? I don't care. It's like who gives a fuck? Honey Badger don't. Bitcoin, yeah, exactly. Bitcoin keeps going up. So you just hold on, put it into a wallet, and forget about it. It's like having your your little loose change jar. You're putting your Bitcoin in your loose change jar, in your Bitcoin wallet. Every chance, bam, goes into that little change jar. You're not allowed to open it unless in case of an emergency. Yeah, I wish you could too. I wish you good fortune on that one. Good luck. That was a very common story for back then. Like I think it's funny. I pointed out that it wasn't a bull and it would drop, and got scolded by noobs. November will be the real one. Yeah. I've been telling people that it's like we could be looking at Bitcoin still rolling over from here. I think that we are looking at a potential bull trap. We've just put in a lower high and a lower low. We are still trending down. We're in a secular bull market and in a downward trend, right? I mean, in the long term, we're still bouncing within a bull trend, but we could be sitting there looking at a rollover from here. And I'm happy if it rolls over from here. Let Bitcoin go down, please, so I can get some cheap Bizzity Bitcoin. I want some cheap Sats. Let there be some blood in the streets. Yeah, and that and trade sideways. I think we're going to trade sideways for a little while. I mean, I'm not telling you what I'm doing, what to do, but I'll tell you what I'm doing. I have traded a lot into Tether at this point. I have a lot riding on Tether. Just kind of waiting for the market to make up its fucking mind. Like, either way, I want to make sure I'm protected. If it rockets up, I lose a couple of sats. If it bottoms out, well, I've just secured my value, and then I will buy in when the market starts rebounding. Simple moves. Even if it's trading sideways, I mean, yeah, you could sit there and you could play your markets. Your 9 and 12-day markets you can play around with. Nemesis. Tether will not appreciate that. Yeah, Tether can get over it. I don't give a fuck what Tether wants to think. Oh, the Cammy girl. Yeah. It's all about you right now. Hashtag cats of crypto. The OC. Cats of crypto. It's like last bull run I bought Tether. Next bull run I'll buy USDC. Oh, big old flex. Oh, holding dollars. Got that digital flex. Well, I'm going to take off here, guys. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Definitely smash that Lizzity like button. There's 9 awesome people here, only 7 likes. Everybody, smash that Lizzity like button. Subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff, guys. Yo. And get my videos out there, guys. Hold on here. I'm going to go grab a GPU. Hold on here. Old school Gigabyte 1070, guys. Get me to 2,000, above 2,000 subscribers. I will do a GPU giveaway here, and I will sign the back of this, guys. I'll make sure that, well, one, it's nice and dusted. It's just been sitting off to the side. I'll make sure it's thermal pasted. I will sign the back of this thing for you. And I've got I should have an original box for this. So I can ship this in the original boxing. Might not be the original box for this GPU, because I don't know which one's which. I didn't label it like that, but I still got the Gigabyte boxes, so I should be able to send this out with all that stuff. So giveaway, but I got to get over 2,000 subscribers, guys. I'm really far away from that. I'm just saying. Where am I at? Let me go into here. So I'm at 1,598. So I got to get to 2,000, and I do get to 2,000. I'll give away this GPU. Give it a little panda flick. All the fans on this work. I just haven't torn it apart in a while to re-thermal paste it. Or is this one of the ones that I just did? Because, like, in order to get these fans up, I've got to pull the whole cooler. So this one might have been re-thermal pasted. Trying to see the color of the pad. Oop, I've got some older pads, so I'll pull it out to put some new pads into this, so I'll end up re-thermal pasting it too. So if you guys are wanting to get a giveaway, help me get to over 2,000 subscribers, and I will do a GPU giveaway. It's only if you guys are interested in that stuff. Like, giveaway? Yeah, son of a rabbit. Son of a tech. 1030 with 3 fans? No, these are 1070s, my dude. I can see if I can match them up. I don't know if I've gone through so many boxes. I know I have Gigabyte boxes for the 1070s, but I don't know if I've mixed them up over the years, trading them in and out. So, I have to see. Not sure if I have it. Like, Tech Man, we'll get you there. I want to win. I know. Careful, guys. Tech Man's a freaking, like, he's good about winning. So, I mean, if Tech Man, like, you guys better, like, have your A game going. Because Tech Man's he's a winner over there. I'm just saying, he's a winner. That man, I see him winning more people's giveaways than I have seen anybody else. Buy promotions for the win. No, I don't know. It's like I've always been that person that's wanted, like, natural growth on things, so I'd rather get that word of mouth spreading. Up your game up, OG entertaining. Hell yeah. So, I mean, these cards here, up until, when did I pull these out of the rig? These got pulled out of a rig 5 months ago. So up until 5 months ago, these things were mining from day one. So these are some OG cards. These cards have seen 3 pumps. These things have, like, made... This is mined Atidium. This has gotten sweaty mining Atidium. You can tell See all this, like how it's like a little shinier here? That's that like that Ethereum oil. Like Ethereum would like make these cards warm up in a way that it would like these cards would get oily. It was weird. We would change out thermal pads and it wouldn't change anything. It is what it is. What up, Crypto Crag? What's up, my dude? F to the A. Good evening. Well, you're catching me right as I'm getting up out of here, my dude. But since you're here, I'll let you know too. If you know anybody, Crypto Crag, that is looking to get into mining and they want to try to have a chance to win a GPU, I've got a 1070 gigabyte that if I can get to over 2,000 subscribers, I will do a giveaway. Like Crypto Craig, I never get your notifications. Dude, double check to make sure that the bell notifications turned on. YouTube likes to turn those off. So if you guys aren't getting notifications, double check to make sure the bell's on. Crypto Craig's like, awesome, hells yeah. So if you know anybody that's looking to get into some mining, send them my way. I need to get over 2,000 subscribers, and I will do a GPU giveaway. What up, New England Crypto? Yo, my dude. The man with the epic beard. One day I'll have an epic beard like yours. I only like lightly trimmed like the split ends off, but it's been slowly growing out. It's starting to get to be a fistful now. It's like I can grab it underneath my hand. So we got a full fist now. DY to one Chevelle giveaway. No. No. Oh my god. I wish I had it. I wish I had the YouTubes like that, man. Fucking my YouTube channel ain't. I'm no Cletus McFarland or Tom Bailey channel or Linus Tech Tips where I got like millions of freaking subscribers and they paying the bills. Chevelle Prawn. I could do a live stream rating my Chevelle. With the engine running. I mean, I have to have the garage open because, yeah, I don't want to die. Be sitting in my swivel bucket seats. But thank you everybody for being here. All that good stuff. Y'all freaking rock. I do this all the time because you guys are like the best community ever. Y'all are just amazing people. Awesome. It's like, FA for the swivel. Now they call those easy, the courtesy chairs where they slide back to let you out. Back in the day, it was swivel buckets. Swivel buckets for the win. Definitely smash the Lizzie like button for swivel buckets and a Chevelle. Crypto Craig. Hell to the yeah, bro. I have 3 1080 Ti's and a 1070 with a 2700X mining too. He's like, sweet. Heck yeah. I told my boss, too. I'm like, I'm bringing a mining rig. I'm like, I'm just letting you know. There will be a mining rig sitting on top of my toolbox. And he's like, I know. So, I mean, he knew about it before I did it. So, it's on him now. He didn't tell me no. And I told his kid, too. So, the both of them know I'm mining there. They haven't said shit to me. Can't get mad at me, I've told you. All they can do is just tell me to stop. Like my shop said no. Yeah, no, my shops my shops didn't say no to me, so I did it anyway. You know, you do it now and then ask for permission later, I guess. But with that being said, it is an hour and a half, guys. Thank you everybody for being here. Smash that like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. Get me to over 2,000 subscribers. I will do a GPU giveaway. And with that being said, peace out, stay savage, and I'll see you on the next one. And just FYI, for anybody who's still here, whoever's still here, I will have some new equipment coming. Something kind of cool, small form factor. That being said, see you on the next one. Peace.